a second. So there we have the rendition of Our on the Veen. Both teams are ready then for this important Senior A hurling clash. Clarinbridge in their maroon jerseys taking on Turloughmore in their traditional black and white hoops. Delighted to be joined in co-commentary by Micheál Donoghue, and certainly a game we're looking forward to. And already we can see as well, Micheál, that both Clarinbridge and Turloughmore, a lot of changes.
Yeah, both teams have a lot of injury, Sean, and you can see it with the amount of changes in both teams. But, you know, two experienced teams, and probably the injuries to both will probably negate the losses, and two balanced teams now.
And a lot of youth as well, as we can see that Joshua Ryan and Matthew Tarpey, for instance, wearing the 223 jerseys in the middle of the field, just out of the minor ranks. So Turloughmore looked to have the breeze advantage in this opening half. Dahi Burke seems to be situated at centre half back, where he's been marked by TJ Brennan, who's gone to centre half forward for Clarinbridge. Ball is in, game is on. First ball picked up by Sean Loftus. Sean Loftus tries to offload the ball, gets it off to Jared Joyce, and Jared Joyce gets it along the ground to Aaron Shaughnessy. A little slip of pass inside, away from Shane Ryan, and Aaron Shaughnessy tries to go down on the ball, but Conor Lee puts him under pressure. Shaughnessy puts pressure back on Conor Lee, but Lee does well to get away from his man there. It was a slight swipe, but the referee, who is Liam Gordon, let that go. Off then to the cornerback, Oisin Salmon, who drives a lovely long ball upfield, up to Gavin Lee. Gavin Lee being held up there by Mark Murphy. In the cornerback position, looks like Gavin Lee has started maybe in the inside line. He's fouled, and that's going to be a free in then from Clarinbridge. Very noticeable. A lot of positional changes as well as personnel changes, Micheál, but that's very interesting to see TJ Brennan up at number 11.
Yeah, from starting full back the last day to go to 11, and it's probably, with the amount of injuries that Clarinbridge have, they're forced into it. Mikey Daly, who sustained a wrist injury the last day, big loss. So you can see Keane Salmon has started wing forward, and Gavin Lee, who started centre forward the last day, is going corner forward or full forward.
So Evan Nyland, who's usually deadly accurate with the face balls, he puts it high, he puts it over the bar. He seems to be starting at wing forward, being picked up, it looks like, by Dan Loftus, as Mark Fahey takes his first puck out of the afternoon then. Clarinbridge leading by 1 point to no score. Puck out down on top of Sean Loftus and Tom Quirk, picked up though for the second time by Oisin Salmon. He gets it off to Shane Ryan. Shane Ryan, part of the Galway senior panel, he gets the hand pass off then to Conor Lee, and Conor Lee drives a lovely long ball up towards Mark Kennedy in oceans of space away from Mikey Morris. One thing you cannot give Mark Kennedy is oceans of space. He drives it from the right hand side, and in the end, Micheál, he might have too much time because that ball goes wide.
Yeah, but you know, as you mentioned, if you afford him time, he has the quality, so he won't miss too many if you give him that space.
Turloughmore work a short puck out, ball eventually with the debutant Matthew Tarpey, who decides to go along into the full forward line into Tom Quirk, who's in there on his own, goes over the head of Oisin Salmon, who's doing well on the first three balls that have come into him, comes back then to Barry Callan. He was fouled surely, and that's going to be free. And in fact, Phelan McCann is the man that's starting in at full back. Micheál, another man who near enough making his debut today, is he, for Clarinbridge?
A great prospect. Yeah, he's come through the ranks, and you know, he's probably a bit unfortunate the last day. He was carrying knock coming into it, but you know, a big prospect.
Certainly is for Turloughmore as well. A lot of the newcomers. Aaron Shaughnessy is the wing back or the wing forward position for Turloughmore this afternoon. Sean O'Hanlon is the other wing forward, just out of the under 20 ranks, or played with Galway in under 20 this year. Will also play with next year. As standing over this free then is Sean Loftus. You can see the jersey billowing in the breeze here as Sean Loftus puts it high, puts it over the bar. His first score of the afternoon. It's going to take a little bit of time to settle then with the various positional switches, as Keane Salmon out around wing forward, not surprisingly for the puck out as well, to win that ahead of Daniel Loftus. We're playing the advantage, he's won the free, but we're playing on. He flicks the ball inside, Liam Gordon then will go back after the 10 seconds for the free. And the one thing, if you're playing Clarinbridge, your own club, Micheál, that you cannot do is repeatedly give away frees, because with Evan Nyland in the house, he will punish him.
No, he will, yeah, he's an exceptional free taker, and you've seen already he's just so comfortable on it, and the importance from the first game, you know, of having a really top class free taker, and Evan is that.
Certainly is, outside the 45 metre line. Part of the Galway setup, of course, for the last number of years. as he got his first senior championship starts this year under Henry Shefflin, taking this one on the 45-metre line. He was confident the minute he left the stick, and so the opening 3 scores of the contest, 2 of them go to Clarinbridge, but all 3 come from the free taker sticks then, as Mark Fahey goes along with this puck out, driving it down into the area occupied by Sean Lennon. Good to see him back in club hurling action. Gets a half intercepted pass off to Jamie Holland, but Holland, the captain of Turloughmore, rides 2 of the challenges, solos up along the sideline then goes back with the pass, nice pass back to Sean Lennon. Lennon strike, but the ball, I'd say, was slightly deflected, was it? No, the referee deemed that he had a poor connection on it because he deemed it went wide. 2 points to 1. It'll be interesting to see will this puck out go down on top of TJ Brennan in at 11 on Dahi Burke, who's gone back to the number 6 position for Turloughmore. It goes to the other side again to Keane Salmon, wins his second puck out in a row, way ahead of Dara Joyce. Sean O'Hanlon comes back to try and put a bit of pressure on Keane Salmon, but Salmon does very well going straight through the goal defence, but O'Hanlon did well to get the flick pass away to TJ Brennan. TJ Brennan should have done better, puts that ball to the wrong side of the post and wide, but already you can see the aerial strength of Keane Salmon huge in both wing forward positions under 2 different puck outs, Neil.
Yeah, he's going to be huge influence in the game today, but I think even for himself, being out in the wing forward, it's more open and he's more space and get on more balls, so hopefully he can have a good game.
Jamie Holland as well to bring that puck out around the nearly 40 metres out, gets the hand pass back then to Sean O'Hanlon, back to Matthew Tarpey, and Matthew Tarpey is going to mark his debut with a point. He is. Matthew Tarpey gets his first score in senior championship hurling, a young man. His mother is from Cork, his dad is from Turloughmore, being a very good underage hurler. He gets it over the bar, 2 points each.
Yeah, in fairness, you said it there, and he's been class right through all the underage and has represented Galway as well with great distinction and a good hurler, and great to see him getting his debut today.
Shane Ryan got that puck out, goes with a diagonal over the far side of the field, taken down by Ronan Burke into Dan Loftus, and Loftus off to the runner, who is in this instance Dahi Burke. Dahi Burke goes long with a measured ball inside, but Turlough weren't set up for it, and that allows Shane Bannon to get onto it, but Shane Ryan is then robbed by Sean Loftus. Sean Loftus onto the right hand side, striking for goal. Lofty's in magnificent form throughout the championship. He strikes it high and he puts it over the bar. Super score. He's been hitting super scores, Michal, since he pulled out from the Galway panel early in the league. He seems to have got his confidence back. That was an excellent score.
Yeah, and you can see he's full of confidence. Came out from the centre forward position, won it in the wing, and just effortlessly took a great score off his right and put Turlough 3-2 up.
Niall Armstrong does well, gets it up along the wing to Evan Nyland. He goes back with a hand pass to Conor Lee, brother, of course, older brother of Gavin Lee. Conor Lee off the left hand side, sends it into the 2-man full forward line. Vital interception there by Mark Murphy, gets it off to Jamie Holland. Jamie Holland in that midfield sector tries to get the pass off to Matthew Tarpey. I think he overcooked it. He did, got away from Tarpey, and that's going to be a line ball the far side of the field for Turloughmore. 6.5 minutes gone. 3 points Turloughmore, 2 points for Clarinbridge, and of course this is the clash of the teams that have reached the last 2 county finals. In 20, Turloughmore played St Thomas's, and in 21 Clarinbridge played St Thomas's, and both of them had no luck on either day because St Thomas's have now won the last 4 championships in Galway. That line ball by Sean Kilduff only goes as far as Matthew Tarpey, flicks the pass out to Dara Joyce. Dara Joyce then after Dahi Burke, and well worked ball upfield into a little bit of space here for Sean Lennon. Sean Lennon taking on the ball in the 13 metre line, thought about going inside, now decides to come out or to go inside, takes on a shot across the face of the goal. Barry Callan put up the hand, but good defending by Shane Bannon forced the ball away from the Turloughmore man, and in the end the ball goes over the end line and goes wide, but you could see what Lennon was trying to do there. Yeah. Good to see Lennon back as well, missed last year with the Cruciate.
Yeah, it is great to see him back. To put in a huge amount of work to get back, and it's good for him that he'll get the club championship under his belt and getting ready hopefully for county introduction again next year. But he did really well. He didn't panic when the ball went away from him, and Clarinbridge were lucky there that it was just overplayed to Barry Callan.
Yeah, good play by Josh Ryan with that, taking that sharp puck out as Gavin Lee gets away from Mark Murphy. We were playing an advantage here, I think, as well as Joyce comes in. The shot is taken, the shot goes wide, but then we go back for the second free, it seems, because he was playing an original free when he spun away from Mark Murphy. And then I think Jared Joyce came in and he's going to give that particular free. But already Gavin Lee didn't score, I think, Michal, against Clarinbridge in the opening round of the championship, but already looks a threat inside.
Yeah, he does. And if you give him the ball and if he's afforded that space inside, like he's pace to burn, and in fairness, he's a brilliant finisher as well. And it's great to see him being so involved in the play early on.
So Evan Nyland then to stand over this. He's been perfect from his now 3 frees thus far. 3rd point of the day, 8 minutes gone, 3 points each. Nothing between the two sides. Clarinbridge will be the happier side, I think, given that they're playing into the strong breeze. as Mark Fahey goes along with this puck out down on top of Tom Quirk and Conor Lee. The ball breaks. Who's onto the break ball? So important in the modern game of hurling. Tom Quirk tries to go down on it. 6 or 7 players immediately ruck around the ball. It's won by Shane Ryan of Clarinbridge. Out comes Shane Ryan. Of course, his younger brother Josh in the midfield sector gets away, gets the ball under pressure though, but Sean Loftus did enough to stop him getting a connection with it. TJ Brennan tries to go down over that ball. The man that nearly got it was Dahi Burke. He goes again at the second attempt. Again, another ruck develops just inside the Turloughmore half of the field. 3 points apiece. It's now Evan Nyland that comes out with this latest ruck ball. He goes back to the hand pass to Shane Bannon. Shane Bannon tries to open up. Long dangerous ball in towards Gavin Lee, but well defended back there by Mark Murphy. He comes out and is fouled. Good play by Mark Murphy. He's a Garda by profession, and he was maintaining the security on Gavin Lee there. He had to win that one, Micheál, because if Gavin Lee turned
he did. He committed.
Inside,
He did, yeah. In fairness, and he did one just maybe a couple of minutes ago where he absolutely fully committed going towards the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like he put his body between himself and the ball. But in fairness, he's doing well on those 2 instances.
Jamie Holland with the free from inside the 45-metre line. He strikes it well, puts it on the meat. He's a very good free taker, and Jamie Holland puts it high, puts it over the bar. His first score of the game. Got a point in the opening round win over Castlegar, of course. Last time out, 3 weeks ago. Shortish puck out again, measured towards Sean Kilduff. You can see what Aaron Bindon is doing with the puck outs. In the absence of Mikey Daly, they're trying to ensure that they get better usage of the puck outs as Evan Nyland gets away from his man, and Evan Nyland gets his first point from play. Good score. All came from a well-worked short puck out. Sean Kilduff, who's been vital in a lot of things that Clarinbridge are doing, 4 points each.
Yeah, and you could see, just maybe the learnings from the first game where Crowell were going long, and the way the breeze is, you have to be able to go short and go through the lines, and Aaron did really well there. Sean delivered, and Evan, who had a really good game, finished really strong the last day with 3 or 4 from play, has started this game in great form as well.
Dara Joyce overcooked the hand pass there to Aaron O'Shaughnessy, and that will be a line ball to Clarinbridge that Sean Kilduff will take. Ian O'Brien, Patrick Foley and Michael Daly missing for Clarinbridge. Kevin Hussey, Fergal Moore, Dermot Mullen, Dara Whelan, Conor Walsh are among the players that are missing from the Turloughmore lineup, as that line ball is hit long around the ground by Kilduff. Up again towards Gavin Lee and Mark Murphy. 3 or 4 players come in. Ronan Burke is in there. The man that does the tidying is Dahi Burke. Dahi Burke back to Jamie Holland. Jamie Holland. It'll be a 50-50 ball between Aaron O'Shaughnessy and Shane Ryan. The ball breaks back to Evan Nyland, who's very busy and very involved in the game thus far. He gets it back then to the number 4. That's Oisin Salmon. He drives a long ball up to Mark Kennedy. Lovely touch away from Mikey Morris. Now, Mark Kennedy, he's happy to take the point. The space was opening up, but Mark Kennedy put it over the bar. And the one thing you will not want to see from a Turloughmore viewpoint is Mark Kennedy with that type of space.
Yeah, I know. He's lethal. He's such a finisher. He's so comfortable left and right, and he's pace to burn as well. But he's just such a natural hurler, and if he gets into those positions, it normally ends in a score.
Evan Nyland is having a fair influence on this contest so far, as Mark Fahey takes the puck out. Clarinbridge led by 5 points to 4. Puck out towards Sean Lennon, but the tidying up is done by Conor Lee. Conor Lee under pressure went to go off the right, then goes towards the stand and goes off the left. Long high ball down on top of Mikey Morris, who goes high there with Mark Kennedy. Tries to kick the ball away from the danger man that is Mark Kennedy. Again, the players come in to try and get over that ball. One of them is Dahi Burke. He tries to go down again on it. Clarinbridge have the numbers around it again. Dara Joyce is in there for Turloughmore, with the man that comes away from it is Niall Armstrong. Nothing about landing on the moon, I'm sure, as Armstrong does well to get away from Matthew Tarpa there, and Armstrong gets the shot away, and Armstrong does well to angle that ball over the bar. And in the last 3 or 4 minutes, Clarinbridge have hit 3 points in a row to go from 3 points to 4 down to build a lead of 6 points to 4. Shortish puck out to Jamie Holland. Jamie Holland plays a lovely diagonal ball all the way over the far side of the field. Comes out of the hand though of Sean Lennon. Sean Lennon is then deemed to have fouled Conor Lee, but we played the advantage as Clarinbridge built from the back again. Long ball over towards TJ Brennan, who I think has lost the stick. Mark Fahey then is deemed to have fouled him. And the one thing you'd have to say right now is that at the minute, Clarinbridge seems to be opening up space in the Turloughmore defence, Micheál.
They are, and particularly they'll be really happy with it, Sean, because they're against the breeze.
Yeah.
Their structure at the back is nice and compact, and when you have that, the half forward liner playing deep and leaving that space inside, and so far it's working really well because they're using the ball well.
Certainly is, and the chance now for Evan Nyland to extend the lead. As Micheál has said, Clarinbridge will be more than happy playing against the breeze to be leading by 6 points to 4, and a chance to make it a 3-point lead now, 13 minutes in, as The one thing, if you have Mark Kennedy, if you have Evan Island, if you have Gavin Lee, and you have loads of ball coming in with space in front of them, they will revel in that. As Evan takes his time with this free. Strikes it well. Seems to have got inside the post. The umpire looks up, but the umpire indicates that it's gone wide.
I know it's a point to say.
The umpire's gone wide. The linesman is flagging it. It looked like it was gone over the bar, in fairness. Referee's attention has been brought by the linesman on this side of the field, who I think is Carol Wade, who would have been a fair free taker in his own time. And I think from what our initial view was that it was gone over the bar. The umpires are now having a consultation as well, but I think the result of it, lads, without Hawkeye and Kenny Park and Athenry, will be a point for Clarinbridge.
Yeah, it was. In fairness, it was probably not his cleanest strike, but it definitely looked a foot or so inside.
Ian Gordon chatting with his two umpires there. The linesman on this side certainly indicated that he thought it had gone over the bar. Of course, all of this is doing, nearly 15 minutes gone on the clock. Clarinbridge lead by 2, possibly on the verge of leading by 3, but they are ensuring that Turlough are not making any great advantage of the breeze. So the referee has had a long chat with his umpires, and I think it's gone wide. Well,
that's a hard decision, and it's just a hard decision because
like
you've Carol Wade who's right behind it.
Yeah. Big call. Score remains 6-4. Puck out down on top of Shane Bannon, who takes out there. Turloughmore not doing too well on puck outs. Matthew Tarpey gets a break ball in the midfield setup, but breaks to Joshua Ryan, and Joshua Ryan goes low into Mark Kennedy. Under pressure from Michael Morris. Michael Morris half holds him up, but Kennedy does well to swivel. Sends a diagonal over the far side of the field. Well caught by TJ Brennan. Brennan getting away from his man, but then plays a poor pass inside that's intercepted by Daniel Loftus. Turlough don't seem to have settled really into the game, as Matthew Tarpey plays the ball out there to Sean O'Hanlon, comes off him. Their touch just doesn't seem to be in. As Mark Kennedy goes back and reclaims that sitter, goes to Shane Ryan. Shane Ryan thought about looking for the free and then decided to stand up and take the free. But Turlough not quite on it, you'd have to say thus far, Micheál.
No, you'd say Clarinbridge have just a better structure and better set up, and they're using the ball well. Yeah, Turlough probably just need to get the balance maybe and make a few positional changes just to get lads on the ball a bit more. But Clarinbridge definitely be happy with the start, but I'm saying that there's 2, maybe 3 points after this in it.
So Evan Island into the breeze. He's exactly on the halfway line. He's closer to the terrace side here in Kenny Park and Athenry. His son also in the eyes as the breeze is against him, but he strikes it well. It's on its way. Will it curl inside the post? There's no doubt about this one. I don't think there was any doubt about the last one either, in fairness. 5 points from Evan Island, 4 from the place ball, and Clarinbridge will be quite happy to have built a 3-point lead. 7 points to 4 as Mark Fahey decides to go longish with this puck out. Down, it'll nearly reach the full forward line. Sean Lennon breaks it to the path of Tom Quirk. Tom Quirk does well to recycle back to Sean Lennon. Lennon shortens the stick, but Lennon strikes, and it goes to the wrong side of the post and wide. Third wide of the day for Turloughmore, and the score that Turloughmore just needed. 7 points to 4 again. Sean Kilduff goes short with the puck out, and he goes to his cornerback Christopher Brannan, and Brannan drives a long ball downfield towards TJ Brennan, but back to tidied up there is Dahi Burke, and Dahi Burke goes with the stick pass to Jamie Holland. Again comes away from his hand though. He had the ball under control, but it came out of the hand. Breaks back then to Evan Island. Will Evan Island punish him? He won't, and that ball goes to the wrong side of the post and wide. And so that's another wide in the contest, and both sides will be disappointed not to have got scores there, Micheál.
Yeah, Turlough probably have Jamie dropping back, which is affording Phelan McCann to sit a bit more and solidifying our structure. Is a great score by Dahi. Yeah, Dahi Burke, just when he was needed, steps up, and Dahi Burke puts it over the bar. The first score from Turloughmore since the 10th minute of the contest. That was 7 minutes ago, Micheál, and a point they needed. 7 points to 5, Clarinbridge lead. Yeah, it was. Look, they've dropped Jamie back, just trying to get a foothold in the game there. Got a good score from Dahi, but Clarinbridge still probably shading it. Shading it, yeah. Out comes Ronan Burke winning this latest puck out. Tom Quirk can't pass to Dara Joyce. Dara Joyce then to Aaron O'Shaughnessy, and Aaron O'Shaughnessy tries to go across field. Put it over the head though of Barry Callan. That allows Phelan McCann to get a touch. Just was lucky to get away from the efforts of Callan to get the ball away from there. Sean Kilduff under good pressure from Tom Quirk. He's forced the turnover. The ball breaks back, but Conor Lee is onto it. Conor Lee under pressure from Barry Callan. Better work from Turlough. Shane Bannon goes in. There's a pull across Shane Bannon though, I think, by Tom Quirk. And that will be something that I think Liam Gordon, the Rachel, will have a word with Tom Quirk, and it might be the first yellow card of the afternoon. But in that instance, as Clarinbridge were working the ball out short, Turloughmore put a bit more pressure on. Yeah, they did, but because they have the extra man, it's going to be hard for Turlough to close it down. And against the breeze, you really need to be going through the lines, and Clarinbridge are doing that. But We seen in the first game as well, when the sweepers were deployed or an extra fella brought back,
it changes.
It changed it a bit, Turlough just might get into the game a bit more.
7-5, the yellow card goes to Tom Quirk, a man who made his championship debut against Castlegar in the opening round victory, as Aaron Bindon takes the free. Want to drop in around the crowded area in the half-back line. Well taken there by Josh Ryan. Josh Ryan does well to get the hand pass off to Evan Island. He's in oceans of space straight away. Evan Island is happy to pop it over the bar. I think things had opened up there, Micheál, for a second, but he puts it over the bar, and that leaves it at 8 points to 5. Clarinbridge will be more than happy.
Yeah, they did well, and Joshua, in fairness, in a melee of players, came out with it well, and seen that Evan had broken off, and he laid it off well in a good score.
We want to spend special birthday wishes of a 50th wedding anniversary to Jackie and Kathleen Burke from Bonemoor and Turloughmore. Kathleen, I don't know how you put up with them for 50 years, but anyway, fair play to you. You've done well. And happy wedding anniversary to you from all your family. 19 minutes gone, Micheál here. Daithí Burke down with an injury, not something that Turloughmore will want.
No, definitely not. A huge player, huge presence as well, so they won't want to lose him.
8 points to 5. Definitely Clarinbridge and their manager Jarlath and Island and Fergal Hegarty will be more than happy with the way the game has panned out. A lot of space in that Turloughmore defensive area to work on, isn't there?
Yeah, there is, but in fairness, they're keeping it out wide, they're using the ball well, and when the opportunities have presented themselves so far, they've taken them, but look, it's only 3 points halfway through the first half, it'll with the wind, Clarinbridge, you'd be saying, will be the happier right now.
Looks like Keane Salmon has gone to the corner forward position where Ronan Burke is following him, and Gavin Lee's gone in full with Mark Murphy following him. Mark Kennedy picked up by Mikey Morris at the other end. Sean Lenan started in around full forward. He seems to have come away from there now for a period of time, although he's back in again as I say that. Also in there is Barry Callan. He hobbling his way back in to the number 6 position for Turloughmore is Mark Fahy, the goalkeeper, and the man, of course, is well used to the long pucks. Was up on the Cooley Mountains not so long ago. He goes short to Dan Loftus, and Dan Loftus goes down the far side of the field, Sean Lenan. I think the sun was a bigger ailment there than the defence there. Lenan looking one way, then going the other way, then tries to pick a pass inside to Sean Hanlon. Lovely touch by Hanlon, nearly broke for him, but didn't quite break for Barry Callan. Comes out then to Matthew Tarpey. Does awful well to pick that ball, gets it off then to Tom Quirk. Tom Quirk out to Barry Callan, point on, point taken. Well worked through the hands by Turloughmore, and Barry Callan gets his first score of the game. 8 points to 6, 21 minutes gone. Yeah,
in fairness, they worked it really well, showed good composure, and didn't panic. And Barry Callan, and just look for a split second when Sean O'Hanlon knocked it down. If it had broken kinder for him, but they recycled it well, and Matthew did well to lay it out and finish well with a score.
Aaron Bindon off that trusty left hand side goes down on top of Evan Island, but broken away from him by Daniel Loftus. Aaron shocked to see he gets the pass off to Sean Loftus, and Sean Loftus had the shot from distance in the 65 metre line, but it went to the wrong side of the post. Turloughmore seemed to have pushed up a little bit on the Clarinbridge puck out as Evan Island goes down with an injury, and mightn't be a bad time to just have a little break and play, just to settle yourself down in 10 minutes or so. Well, 9 minutes to go to the break. His team leading by 2 points, playing into the breeze, and will be more than happy with the way that it's going. Turlough seems to have pushed up or trying to stop Aaron Bindon with the sharp puck outs.
Yeah, it's still going to be 2-on-3. You'd imagine when he goes taking, they'll spread out a bit more, and he'll have the opportunity to do it. But look, we said before the game, Sean, the way both teams and the amount of lads they're missing, it's still fairly balanced.
It is. Puck out. He went short with it, and he goes to Christy Bannon, who can afford to miscontrol it once and then twice before he comes under pressure, then makes his way out of defence, but he's robbed by Aaron O'Shaughnessy. Aaron O'Shaughnessy gets a nice little hand pass to Tom Quirk. He has a runner on his right, Barry Callan, but Tom Quirk goes for the strike himself, and Tom Quirk puts it over the bar. He had Barry Callan on the right side.
Inside, and look, he took a great score, but those opportunities were there, and Christy got caught on it, but in fairness, it was a poor puck out by Aaron. It didn't go to hand, it went to his feet, and once that happened, he was in trouble. 1 point ball game then as the puck out breaks in that midfield sector. Sean Kilduff tries to get on it, comes off the Clarinbridge man. That's going to be a line ball. The last 6 or 7 minutes, I think Francis Ford will be a bit happier with the Turloughmore effort, Micheál. He will, they're coming into it, but look, I keep saying it, there's very little between them, do you know what I mean? But against the wind, Clarinbridge would have been happy, but once Jamie gone back, has given them a better platform from the back, and they're coming back into the game.
Sean Loftus gets a pass back there from Matthew Tarpley. Sean Loftus in the middle of the field. He struck it well enough, and it gets inside the post. Sean Loftus with his 3rd point of the day, and suddenly I think it's 3 points in a row from Turloughmore, bringing them back to 8-8.
Yeah, a good score, and they worked well. And as I said, they have the extra man, and then just they're getting on the ball, giving the fella in the better position, and a great score.
Shane Bannon comes over to Sean O'Hanlon here. He's actually coming over, I think, to the physio of Clarinbridge. Liam Gordon is saying, okay, I will allow him to have a quick look. It actually might be a boot change. Do you ever change your boots, Micheál, in the game?
No, I don't think so. So sometimes people might have said I should have.
Yeah. I thought you were going to tell me you had only one pair of boots. Jared Nyland comes out, gets a quick word there from Evan, his son. And a little bit of maybe a tactical tweak. Dahi Burke is picking up Evan Island. The crowd getting on to Clarinbridge for what they see as time wasting, but I think Shane Bannon has the footwear sorted as Aaron Bindon goes with the puck out to the midfield sector, only as far as Jamie Holland. Jamie Holland lays a lovely little stick pass off to Sean Loftus, and Sean Loftus puts it over the bar. His 4th point of the day.
Criminal.
Yeah.
Poor puck out, do you know what I mean? In fairness, Jamie got it weighted. Lofty, as you said, is continuing the vein of form that he's in, and an easy score for him.
Bindon this time goes to the stand side of the field. Numbers about 2 and 2. Aaron shocked as he goes up, and Keane Salmon waited on the ground for once and got it. Gets it off then to Evan Island. Evan Island goes one way, then goes the other. Gets it onto the left hand side. Evan Island from under the stand strikes in towards the goal. Well taken though by Mark Fahey, the Turloughmore goalkeeper. Didn't quite have enough purchase to get over the post. Sean O'Hanlon gets away then from Shane Ryan. Looks upfield, pops the pass off to Matthew Tarpley. Got it into the hand eventually. Gets the pass back then to Jamie Holland. Jamie Holland stick pass along the ground to Barry Callan. Barry Callan is going to go for a score from outside the 65-metre line. Struck it well, but it went to the left-hand side wide again. Again, he had a runner on the shoulder in Dahi Burke.
He did, yeah. Dahi doesn't look too comfortable.
No,
either,
he doesn't, no. As now there's a Turloughmore man down. I think that's young Matthew Tarpley, yeah. So both teams, I think, are going through the wars. And it's incredible, Micheál, that with the... I know we had 3 weeks to this game, but their games are going to be coming every 2 weeks now, that if you are picking up injuries like these two teams are, it's hard to get guys back, isn't it?
No, it is. And both of these teams in particular probably suffered more than the rest. But look, it's part and parcel, but it is hard when you're three or four of your established players down.
Puck out, kind of stays in the wind there. Sean O'Hanlon went for it, but it broke. Turlough looked favourites to get it, but the man that got it was Shane Bannon, the captain last year of Clarinbridge. Gets it up the field then to Mark Kennedy. Mark Kennedy being held up initially by Mikey Morris, but Mikey Morris gives him a bit of space. He gets the shot away, does Kennedy, but only goes as far as Mark Fahey, the Turloughmore goalkeeper. He gets it then to Dan, as they call him now, Dan the Yank in Turloughmore. He did a bit of summer hurling in the States. Gets the hand pass, or gets the pass off to Dahi Burke. Then he gets it out to Matthew Tarpley, very close to the sideline. Didn't quite get it under control at any stage. Been put under pressure by Conor Lee, very close to the sideline, and Matthew was happy to take the line ball. Had 2 efforts to get it away, and I was just going to make the comment that if Matthew did get it to hand, Micheál, he's a flyer when he's on the ball, but it didn't quite come off.
Yeah, and well capable of scoring on the run as well. Just went away from him, but in fairness, he did well to shield it and win the sideline.
Just looking now as Sean Loftus comes out to take this line ball. Turloughmore have actually no forward inside the 20-metre line as he goes with a 1-2 from Aaron O'Shaughnessy. Lofty pulls the trigger, but it goes to the wrong side of the post and wide. Aaron Bindon, 6 wides for Turlough, 3 for Clarinbridge. 27 minutes gone in the opening half as Shane Ryan takes the shortest puck out from his goalkeeper, goes down on top of Mark Kennedy. Dahi Burke is there with Mikey Morris, and Mikey Morris turns and sends a long high ball up to the one Turloughmore forward. That's Barry Callan, but a super catch there by Oisin Salmon. Excellent in the air. Gets it off to Shane Bannon, and Shane Bannon gets it off to Conor Lee, and Clarinbridge can build from the back where they have the numbers. He goes down long, looking for TJ Brennan to get ahead of Dahi Burke, and then Sean O'Hanlon comes in with a loose hand, gives away the free. And as I keep saying, with Evan Island in the house, both from play and indeed from frees, you can't afford to do that. Barry Callan, worryingly from a Turloughmore viewpoint, has gone down after that last challenge, but it was a super catch by Oisin Salmon, Micheál.
Yeah, he's playing well, and he was away. He was away for a couple of months. He's not long back, and he's hitting his stride, and it's great for Clarinbridge to have him back.
So then, 9 points for Turloughmore, 8 points for Clarinbridge, 28 minutes gone. in the first half, as Barry Cannons gets the running repairs at one end of the pitch, while Evan Island stands over this free. Bit of controversy about one that wasn't awarded to him that seemed to have gone over the bar. But he stands over this one. He's got 6 points so far, 2 from play. He strikes this one as he pulled it across the face of the goal.
Yes,
he has, yeah. 4 wides now for Clarinbridge, 6 for Turlough. Delicately poised, Micheál, isn't it?
No, it is, yeah. Turlough, once Jamie went back, he's solidified that, and it's given them a good platform, and they're using the ball really well, in fairness to them, and it's well balanced now.
Right now, Turlough have a 2-man inside line. I'm just watching Dahi Burke. Doesn't look totally comfortable, Micheál, on that ankle. No. There will be 4 minutes of additional time at the end of this opening half as Mark Fahey gets the blow from Liam Gordon. He restarts with the puck out, looking for Sean and Amber. Well read and well intercepted by Sean Kilduff. Off to Evan Island. Evan Island being swallowed up by 3 Turlough players, but he does well to get the pass back to Conor Lee. Conor Lee goes with a high ball up and there, well caught there by Mark Kennedy. Mark Kennedy gets away from 2 would-be challenges, then plays a diagonal ball, lovely ball into space, but well read by Sean O'Hanlon of Turloughmore, who saw Josh Ryan in trouble, and then the referee... Did he spot
a late tackle, I'd say, on Mark,
Kennedy. Was it a cheap free given away by Turlough in that instance? As Mark Kennedy had played the ball over Josh Ryan's head, Sean O'Hanlon had put a bit of pressure on. Sean O'Hanlon seems to have drifted a little bit deeper back the field as well from a Turloughmore point of view. But that's a giveaway free, Micheál, with Evan Island in the house, and that should be an equaliser. Yeah,
big time after the last one. Now we'll want to make sure of this one, and should be easy enough for him.
As we said, Turloughmore playing with the strongest freeze as Evan Island stands over the free, and he punishes that defensive indiscretion. His 7th point of the contest. Niall Armstrong and Mark Kennedy have got the other 2 to make it 9. Sean Loftus, Turloughmore's top scorer, with 4 as Mark Fahey gets ready to take the puck outside level. As we hit the 30th minute, we'll have 4 minutes of additional time at the end of this opening half. Often those 4 minutes could be crucial in getting a few scores for either team. Long high puck out down the top of Barry Callan, tries to bring it to the ground. Turlough don't have the numbers in there when the ball breaks. Back there is Sean Kilduff. Kilduff gets the hand pass off to Shane Bannon. Shane Bannon runs into a challenge from Sean Loftus. Play on to the referee. Turlough have done well to turn that over. Then Sean Loftus is fouled, and Sean Loftus did awfully well there to win the break ball himself, the turnover ball, and then win the free. Probably for the Clarinbridge half on, you'd say, was it a harsh free?
Yeah, no, in fairness to Turlough, they were very disciplined. Liam Gordon was right up on it. He had a great view of everything that was going on, and Turlough put huge pressure on Clarinbridge, and Lofty forced the turnover, and now he's an easy free to put Turlough back 1 up.
Nearly 31 minutes on as Francis Ford, the former coach with Micheál, of course, when Galway won the All-Ireland in 2017, now the Turloughmore manager. He makes his way back to the dugout as Sean Loftus gets his 5th point of the contest. Turloughmore have hit 3 frees in the game. Clarinbridge have hit 5 from scores as Bindon goes with this latest puck out down on top of Matthew Tarpey, had it in the hand but it slipped to Sean Kilduff, and Sean Kilduff then goes back to Shane Ryan. Shane Ryan's run into 2 would-be challenges. Shane Ryan tries to get away from 2 players, gets away from 3, does awfully well. Shane Ryan gets the hand pass then off to Evan Island. Evan Island runs into a strong challenge from Mikey Morris, which forces him back out the field to Conor Lee. Conor Lee goes through 2 or 3 would-be challenges, again gets the stick pass out to Gavin Lee. Gavin Lee gets it onto the left hand side. He'll want to have a shot at goal. Gavin Lee from under the stand, striking it high and striking it over the bar. His first score of this year's championship, in fact, goes over the bar. Turloughmore will be a bit unhappy in the way that they had the numbers around the initial puck out, but Clarinbridge's use of the ball was very good, Micheál.
Yeah, they did. It started with Shane Ryan. He broke forward and broke a few tackles, held on to it, and they just worked it into a better opportunity and a good score by Gavin.
High puck out trying to be broken down nearly to a Turloughmore forward. Tom Quirk is in around the house there, but kicked away by Clarinbridge out to Sean Kilduff. Sean Kilduff onto the ball and then gets a good pass off to Conor Lee, who's doing well over it with left half back, and Conor Lee then strikes the ball downfield looking for Niall Armstrong over there. He's contesting that ball with Ronan Burke, who I think has lost the stick. Ronan Burke tackles the man. The ball then goes out into the path of Mikey Morris, the cornerback for Turloughmore, and Mikey Morris turned it up, was blocked down. As the ball very close to the end line, there's a pull. The referee is waiting for the direction from the umpire, who says from a long distance away that ball has gone wide. Good eyesight.
Good eyesight is right.
Again, Gavin Lee getting on the score sheet, Micheál. That's good to see.
No, it is, yeah. He's come into the game the last couple of minutes there, so good score.
Then Mark Fahey Turloughmore, who's played most of the first half with two forwards inside with the breeze, as Mark Fahey takes this puck out, going long again. Route 1, Barry Cannon is under with Sean Anand. Ball hits the deck, but Clarinbridge are getting those breaks and getting the ball out of defence. 33 minutes gone on the clock. 10 points each as Shane Ryan gets away from Sean Anand. Drives the ball downfield, looking to get it into Gavin Lee. And Ronan Burke, or Ronzer as they call him, former Galway full-back, of course, is deemed to have fouled Gavin Lee. And that's going to be free in. And again, that's that space coming out of defence, Micheál, where, and maybe it's a set up with the breeze to a degree, but when you're hitting good forwards like that with ball into space, it is very hard for defenders to see off the danger.
Yeah, it is, but you're 100% right. It's all about the delivery, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you can't give it in front, that you're playing it into the space, and that was a good example of there, Shane Ryan, and Ronan was right up on top of Gavin, but the space was in behind, and once he turned, he had to foul him.
So Evan Lynon then with a chance perhaps to put his team in at half time, leading by a point. Evan Lynon striking it, puts it high, puts it over the bar, his 8th point of that opening half. And Clarinbridge builds 11 points to 10 lead with the breeze to come. As Mark Fahey, he's gone along with the last 2 or 3 puck outs. This one is a bit more measured, but we're not going to see any action at the end of the opening half, because it's at half time. It's Clarinbridge, last year's county senior finalists. They'll go in leading by 1, Micheál, and they'll be more than happy to be leading by 1 at the break with the breeze to come.
Yeah, well, look, they started the better. Turlough came back into it. It's just ebbed and flowed. There's very little between the two teams. Clarinbridge, the Slinders of advantage now going in at half time, have the advantage of the breeze in the second half, but look, I've no doubt it'll probably be the same in the second half. Be a well balanced game.
So half time then here in Kenny Park in the second of the double header. It's the county finalists from last year that lead the county finalists from the year before. Clarinbridge 11 points, Turloughmore 10. Come back to us after the break. So you're welcome back then to Kenny Park for the second half of this championship Group 1 game between Clarinbridge and Turloughmore. Doesn't look like there's been any changes in either team at half-time. As the referee, Liam Gordon, throws it in. Second half underway. Clarinbridge leading by a point at half-time and playing with a strong breeze in the second half as Dahi Burke gets onto that break ball, tries to get the hand pass out. I think we're playing the advantage here for a foul on Dahi Burke, and that's going to be a free in for Turloughmore. One thing I'm always amazed at about with the breeze, Micheál, often it can suit teams to set up and play into it a little bit easier at times. I wonder will we see that? I mean, Clarinbridge played very well into the breeze. Turloughmore are going to have to almost complete that template now as well, aren't they?
No, it is, but it's probably been a feature of their play for the last number of years, the way they use the ball and go through the lines. And when you're against conditions like you are this evening, that's the only way out of it. And they've started really well. Dahi broke up the field and, you know, was fouled, laid it off and pulled back for a free now, which Sean Loftus is about to take.
So Sean Loftus then, just about on the 45-metre line, striking it. The umpires are happy, and we get the first score then of the second half. So the teams are deadlocked again at 11 points each, early stages of the second half. Aaron Bindon, I think he will go along. The other dynamic here is a strong breeze as well, or a strong sun, I should say. That's into the eyes of the Turloughmore defence for the second half. Mark Fahey, an unusual bit of defending, got a one-handed swing on that, but the ball comes back to TJ Brennan. TJ then slips in past two would-be challenges, but Aaron Shaughnessy does well to get a touch away from him. Then the ball hits the deck. Mark Murphy tries to get it out along the ground. Gavin Lee is also there. Matthew Charpey is in there. Mark Kennedy nearly got it despite ending up on the ground. As in comes Ronan Burke. Ronan Burke hits the deck, but the man that gets the ball, more importantly, is Keane Salmon. Keane Salmon's hand pass off inside. There's a third man tackled by Turlough when the ball actually had gone astray from the Clarinbridge pass. She free to concede, and that's going to be free in. That Evan Niall will say, you know what, I'm happy enough to take that one.
Yeah, a small bit scrappy and a needless one on Turlough's behalf, and it'll just give Evan that opportunity now.
So then, Evan Island then standing over this free 2 minutes into the second half. His chance to get off the mark for the second half, and he does just that. Evan Island gets his 9th point of the game thus far. And I think, Micheál, we were just saying at half time that both teams really impacted by injuries and players unavailable, aren't they?
They are, yeah, and it's a huge loss. Look, when you go through the numbers of both teams, they're huge losses, but in saying that, it's a great score, is it?
Yeah, Gavin Lee, that's a super score. Miscontrolled by Dara Joyce on the far side of the field, and an excellent score by Gavin Lee, his 2nd point of the day. And suddenly Clarinbridge have opened up a 2-point lead as Mark Fahey, his first real puck out into the breeze in this second half, going to the wing forward position. The ball hits the deck. Onto it is Sean O'Hanlon. Sean O'Hanlon has the runner inside. That's Sean Loftus. Strong challenge by I think it was Shane Ryan come across. That seemed to be illegal. I have to say, I thought it was 50-50 enough, Micheál, but
yeah,
Sean
in fairness, Lofty probably just got the hurl in.
Yeah,
you'd say Shane was going for the ball, and because Lofty got there first with the touch, it brought him past and then into the contact. But a hefty challenge, nevertheless.
And it was interesting as well to see that your free taker is the player that's fouled, so there'll be a bit of running repairs on Sean Loftus. 13 points to 11, Clarinbridge lead. They came with 1-6 late on against Clarinbridge in the opening round to eke out a 121 to 116 win. Turloughmore on the other side were playing Castlegar in Pearse Stadium, and they had a comfortable win in that game with Sean Loftus top scoring on that day for them, hitting 9 points. And it seems that it leaves in Group 1. This really is a tough group, isn't it, Micheál? Turloughmore, Clarinbridge, but you have St Thomas as the reigning county champions. You have Sarsfields, who played that super game in the opening round between them, Clarinbridge and Castlegar. So every score here is going to be crucial, isn't it?
It's huge, and I think, Sean, it's just about, I think any team right now would just take finishing in that top 4, wouldn't they?
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like there could be a change on the Turloughmore side as Sean Loftus takes the free after getting up from sustaining the injury, and he puts it high, puts it over the bar. His 7th point of the game, brings it back to a 1-point ball game again. Killian Whelan looked like he was putting on the helmet down there in front of us in the dugout as the puck out, taken down there by Neil Armstrong. Ball though tidied up by Erno Shaughnessy. He gets it off to Dahi Burke, and Dahi Burke off the right hand side strikes a long ball over there towards Barry Callan. Barry Callan beaten to it though by Oisin Salmon, who's had a fair old game for Clarinbridge. He gets the hand pass off then to Shane Ryan, and Shane Ryan works a lovely ball up the field all the way up to TJ Brennan, who had gone away off Dahi there as Dahi started that attack. TJ getting it onto his left hand side. Can TJ guide this ball over the bar? Strikes it in towards the post and does put it over the bar. Good score by Clarinbridge, but TJ Brennan put it over the bar, and his positioning at number 11 work from that position as Turloughmore take the puck out a little bit too fast, I think, as Jamie Holland took the shot from the short puck out, the quick puck out by Mark Fahey, but we have to go back for the puck out now. 14-13, 14-12, Micheál. TJ be happy to get on the board.
Yeah, no, it was a good score. In fairness, he got on the ball well, didn't panic. You know, Dahi was around him, but came back inside, settled himself well, and took a good score.
Puck out, breaks to the deck. Who's onto it? It's won again by Josh Ryan, but he's beaten to it then by Sean Loftus. Sean Loftus gets away onto his left-hand side. Sean Loftus striking in towards the goal. Super score by Sean Loftus. His 8th point of the day. And Micheál, he showed leadership there. He wanted to get onto that ball and he wanted to put it over the bar.
He did, Aaron Shaughnessy was inside him, but, you know, had all the confidence in the world to come in on his left-hand side under pressure and took a great score.
Mark Murphy wins that puck out, brings it to the deck. Picked up then by Dan Loftus. Dan Loftus goes back to Ronan Burke. Ronan Burke, short pass then out to Mark Murphy, and Mark Murphy then goes long up into the forward line. Tom Kirk tries to break it to the deck, but Clarinbridge have the numbers back there, and Shane Ryan, very good going forward. Then drives a long ball up to a one-on-one here between Mark Kennedy and Mikey Morris. Mikey Morris has left a lot of space between himself and Mark Kennedy, and Mark Kennedy will use that all day. Puts it high, puts it over the bar. Good score, his 2nd of the day. And after 6 minutes, it leaves Clarinbridge 2 up, 15-13.
Yeah, great ball by Shane Ryan, but an unbelievable touch by Mark. You know, brought it from his left, controlled it, and a great score off his left.
Sean Lennon is the man that's fouled as he comes out there, and it's kind of much like the first half, as you predicted. Because nearly 6-7 minutes gone in the second half, tit for tat.
Yeah, it is tit for tat, and it's just probably a goal will be a big score if either team can get it, but. You know, they're just so evenly matched, aren't they? Like, you know what I mean? We got interrupted there with a good score. Like, both teams missing so much, so it's just about trying to navigate yourself through to one of those top 4 positions, and hopefully you have all the bigger boys back when you get into the knockout stages.
Absolutely. Sean Loftus comes away, just getting a little bit of advice, I think, as well, as Turloughmore look like they're going to introduce another championship debutant in Killian Whelan. His older brother Dara, of course, picked up an injury after playing in the opening round against Castlegar. Sean Loftus taking his time with this free, striking it. I think he pulled it, it's gone to the wrong side of the post and wide, so the tit for tat doesn't work in that instance. So Killian Whelan comes in. Another youngster. We're just waiting to see who's coming out of the Turloughmore team. Looks like
Mark Murphy, is it?
No, it's Dara Joyce, in fact, is the man that's coming off then for Turloughmore. So in comes the young Killian Whelan. Did play minor 2 years ago now with Turloughmore, so he comes in for Dara Joyce. Puck out down on top of TJ Brennan, tries to break it away from Dahi Burke, but the tidying up is done by his older brother Ronan Burke, who runs into a little bit of space, but straight onto his Killian Whelan, gets his first touch out to the other debutant, that's Matthew Tarpey, and Matthew Tarpey drives a long ball looking for Sean Lennon to try and get onto this ball. Over there though is Shane Bannon is there with it, and again Clarinbridge worked the ball out well to Oisin Salmon, and he drives a long ball downfield again, trying to get it up towards a one-on-one with Mark Kennedy and Mikey Morris. Mikey Morris, the cornerback from Turloughmore, gets onto the ball very close to the sideline, does well to hold it though. Then, as I said that, he actually loses or drops the ball, and Evan Nyland picks up a free ball. There's a free to Clarinbridge here as Evan Nyland turns. They're going back for the free. Michael Morris had the ball in his hands, lost possession. Good work rate, you'd have to say, from Clarinbridge, but it's a cheap turnover, Micheál.
Yeah, it was. In fairness, he done a lot right coming out, and he probably got the call and looked up and then just took his eye off the ball and dropped it. In fairness, the lads, Clarinbridge put in a lot of pressure, and Gavin Lee put in a good tackle, and now it's free for Evan.
So Evan Nyland has a chance to extend the lead out to 3 points and open a little bit of a leeway. 9 minutes gone, second half. Sun continuing to shine here in Kenny Park and Athenry, and probably is a factor in the face, as I said, of the Turloughmore defenders' eyes in this second half, as it was in Clarinbridge in the first half. Evan Nyland, super score again, is 10th of the day out of the 16. 13 points for Turloughmore, so a 3-point lead as Mark Fahey goes to the wing forward position looking for Sean O'Hanlon, but Shane Bannon takes that ball down well, then it's nearly overturned. Ball moved along the ground. Killian Whelan goes in, picked up by Jamie Holland. Jamie Holland, the captain, gets it off to Arno Shaughnessy. Arno Shaughnessy goes back to Jamie Holland. Jamie Holland picks a lovely pass into Sean O'Hanlon. He's in a little bit of space for once. Sean O'Hanlon gets away from his man. Sean O'Hanlon pulls the trick in around the house. A touch by Sean Lennon, but Aaron Bendon does well, the goalkeeper. He's gone down on the ball. Crowds roaring to about the goalkeeper, but he did well to go could clear it. Aaron Shaughnessy misses it, comes back out then to Sean O'Hanlon. Sean O'Hanlon looks for runners on the far side of the field, and one of them is Dahi. Dahi Burke had a chance to put this over the bar off the right hand side, and Dahi Burke puts it over the bar. Turlough get a score out of it, and Dahi Burke gets his second point of the day. Good use by Sean O'Hanlon, showed composure to use the ball. 16-14.
He did, yeah. Look, and it's really evident with both teams, like they're calm on the ball and their use of the ball is really good, giving it to the better player, and Dahi had moved up the field into space and was well capable of getting another score to the one he got earlier.
It's going to be a yellow card, I think, here, because Killian Whelan has he's only on the field 3 or 4 minutes making his championship debut. It seems as if he's given the task of picking up Evan Island, and he's picked up a yellow card. He, of course, is also a man that's now gone from the Turloughmore intermediate team. So, yellow card then to Killian Whelan as Aaron Bindon restarts with a sharp puck out to Christopher Bannon, and Bannon goes long down the field. 2-point ball game. Lovely ball in front of Mark Kennedy, out in front of Mikey Morris. Lovely control by Kennedy. Brought it into a little bit too much contact, but the man that spins way out of it is Josh Ryan, and Josh Ryan is fouled, and that's a free. These young lads are doing okay in senior hurling, aren't they, on both sides?
Yeah, it's great, but it's great to see it. Yeah. We spoke about it in the preview during the week. It's great to see, not alone these two teams, but in with all the teams, the younger fellas coming through, and it's great to see when they go out and they've no pressure and they're just turning away.
So then Evan Island with this free as another debutant looks like is coming in for Turloughmore. That's Owen Keneally, and I suppose for people listening to us and watching us are wondering why, I suppose, both teams are going so far down the bench. Well, the reason is because Evan Island put that ball over the bar. That's his 11th point of the day. But with the spate of injuries in both sides, it now looks like the younger lads that are coming in. So Owen Keneally is coming in, and we're just waiting to see what the change is in the Turloughmore forward line. Aaron Shaughnessy is the man that's coming off. So Owen Keneally, he comes in for his championship debut, and the man that's coming off then is Aaron Shaughnessy. 4 or 3 points in it. Alan Armstrong could be about to come in for Clarinbridge, could be the next move as well, as Mark Fahey takes the puck out. 12 minutes gone in the second half. Sean Lennon has moved out to the half forward line, tries to get onto that ball from a Turloughmore viewpoint. The numbers are there with Clarinbridge. Shane Bannon tries to get a touch on it. Joshua Ryan is in there. Jamie Holland ends up on the ground, and the referee says, you know what, I'll put a little bit of order on it and I'll throw it in. Liam Gordon as one or two players get back up off the ground. He's ready to throw it in inside the Clarinbridge 65-metre line, trying to keep the ball alive. There are both teams going down over. Not easy to pick it up there, but the man that does get it is Sean Lennon. He gets the hand pass out, but it's intercepted, and nicely intercepted there by Phelan McCann. And then Clarinbridge move it quickly downfield, where they have a little bit of an advantage straight away, a 2-on-1, as Mikey Morris comes out to try and hold up the progress of Mark Kennedy. Mark Kennedy gets away from Morris and off the left-hand side. That's a lovely effort and a lovely score by Mark Kennedy. He's a class hurler coming up through the ranks, Micheál. We've seen him for many's the time, but as I keep saying, when he gets spaced like that in front of his man, he'll do damage. 18-14.
He's just balanced.
Class,
he's everything that you want. You know, he's so comfortable left and right. His touch is impeccable, and when he gets the opportunity, when he gets a sight and goal, it's normally a score, and that was another great one today.
Mark Murphy, but put under pressure by Clarinbridge. Great work rate on the far side of the field. They lead by 4. They're trying to win that ball back out of the ruck. Sean Kilduff tried to have a kick pass, but away comes Daniel Loftus with the ball for Turloughmore. Tries to get it into a one-man forward line, and eventually I think Dan Loftus was deemed to have been pulled, or maybe got a chop late or got a chop down, and that's going to be a free in for Turlough. And I just want to make the comment to Micheál, 4 points now is the lead, 30 minutes in the second half. Turlough need to keep this. Need to keep an answering with a score or two.
Yeah, they don't want it to stretch out more, and you know, this will be, you'd imagine, an easy one for Lofty to bring it back to 3 again. But yeah, Clarinbridge working it well. You know, we spoke about it at half time. Maybe, you know, sometimes with the wind you might lose your shape and you might revert to just long balls. But you know, they're staying disciplined, using the ball, and as you said, they're, you know, giving good ball in front of Mark Kennedy, Gavin and stuff, and if you throw them boys to space and they get in their hand, it's inevitably going to be a score. So look, it's still well balanced.
9 points for Sean Loftus, 11 points for Evan Island, the 2 top scorers so far. Francis Ford, the Turloughmore manager, went out to make a few positional or maybe structural changes on his team there, as the The linesman, Carol Wade, has a word with Liam Gordon, and Aaron Bindon is happy to go along with the puck out. Clarinbridge, the county finalists of last year, lead by 3. High ball in the air, taken to the deck. Sean Kilduff, beaten to it though by Dahi Burke. Dahi Burke manages to get the ball upfield. Shane Ryan, who was unopposed for that high ball, gets a touch on it. Ball hits the deck. Who's onto it? Matthew Tarpey tries to get a touch on it for Turloughmore. Shane Ryan is over there as well for Clarinbridge. Again, 5 or 6 players from both teams to go in, as won by Barry Callan. Gets the hand pass off to Sean Lennon. Tries to slip it inside one would-be tackle, then gets a touch along the ground, but there was actually a man inside. That was Tom Quirk, but he couldn't quite get the ball to him. Ball breaks back to Owen Keneally. Owen Keneally goes back with a hand pass, nearly intercepted by Shane Ryan. Comes then to Sean Loftus. Loftus flicks a lovely pass over to Owen Keneally. Owen Keneally standing on the sideline. His first shot in anger as a senior hurler goes to the wrong side of the post and wide. 8 wides for Turloughmore. Clarinbridge have hit 5, none in the second half I think yet, which is a fair show of efficiency from Clarinbridge. Bindon is happy to go longish with these puck outs, and then when I say that, and he goes and he picks out Shane Ryan, who has a lovely habit of finding himself loose. He sends in a high long ball in around the danger house, in around the edge of the square. Excellent catch going back towards his own goal there by Mikey Morris, and Mikey Morris then delivers the ball out looking for Sean O'Hanlon, and Sean O'Hanlon gets it on. The hand pass then to Killian Whelan, and Killian Whelan hand pass then to Matthew Tarpey, and Turloughmore building through the phases. Tarpey plays the ball over the head of Tom Quirk, asking him to try and get onto that. Good defending though by Oisin Salmon, and there's a wild pull by the Clarinbridge man, and a situation where Mihal, they really had the situation under control. He gives away the free, and a chance for Turloughmore to reduce the margin back to 2.
Yeah, big time. He was in control of it, and Fernie's gone out questioning a high tackle there a minute ago, questioning Lean on it. But yeah, look, position, we were in control of the ball and then lost it and conceded a free because of a high tackle, and now another free for Turlough to reduce the gap down to 2. 16
minutes gone in the second half. Tom Quirk looks like he's coming out of the field. Have Clarinbridge made that substitution yet? No, Alan Armstrong I think has to wait for the official word from the Rachor to come in. So Sean Loftus, he has hit 9 points in the game so far, taking his time with this free. Missed the last one, he's missed that one as well. And there are 2 frees that we saw it in the first game as well. Mihal, for Crowell had 1 or 2 frees going to begging as well. You can't afford to miss those.
No, you can't, in fairness. And he's been doing really well up to that point. So 2 they will miss as Alan Armstrong comes in for Joshua Ryan.
Puck out goes to the far side of the field, looking for the ball go up in the air. Well won by TJ Brennan. TJ Brennan then loses it in contact. Won by Owen Keneally. Owen Keneally tries to play a ball into space, looking for Tom Quirk to try and get the touch on it. Well worked by Conor Lee. He did enough to hold it up. Sean Loftus goes down with the one hand, then gets the ball into his hand. Good play by Sean Loftus. He's hooked up by Conor Lee. Ends up on the deck. The ball is well recycled back there by Clarinbridge. Alan Armstrong's first real touch, and Clarinbridge tried to build from the back again. Long high ball over towards Dan Loftus and TJ Brennan. Dan Loftus ends up going down on the ball and I think has it in his hand. Good play by him. He's been trying to force his way out there. TJ Brennan is after him. TJ Brennan is deemed to have fouled him, and that'll be a free out. 18 points to 15. Turlough staying alive, Mihal. 17 minutes into the second half.
No, the area, look, it hasn't gone more than 3. So, look, it's still a dangerous lead. Probably, look, there's no huge real intensity to it, is there?
It's a kind of a, it's like, I won't say it's 2 understrength teams, but it's 2 teams just slugging it out almost.
Yeah.
Jamie Holland takes over the free taking duty with this one out the field, and he's pointed it. Good score. Excellent long range free taker. And the Turloughmore captain brings his team back within the 2-point margin again. Aaron Bindon looks up, sees what his options are, and he's going to go short to Christopher Braddon, who had been given up by Turloughmore to allow the ball go downfield. Well taken then out of there by Jamie Holland. He's got the last point in the game. We're playing for an advantage here, and he wins the free.
It was just a poor ball, in fairness. When Christie got it, coming down, he had the time to look up, seeing where Jamie was. That ball probably should have just gone across the far side, where it would have given lads a bit of an opportunity. And Davy Lee's about to come on now for Clarinbridge, so he did really well the last day after coming on. So hopefully he can have a good impact as well today.
We could have 3 Lee brothers on the field then for Clarinbridge, as Jamie Holland takes this free, goes across to the far side of the field over the head of Sean Lennon into Barry Callan. Barry Callan has lost the ball there though to Salmon, who's had a fair old game at cornerback for the men of Clarinbridge. Back to give him a hand there is Armstrong. Again, another ruck ball situation develops. Players on both sides in around the house there as Keane Salmon tries to get onto it, but the man that does get onto it is Sean Lennon, who did well, gets the hand pass then into Owen Keneally. Owen Keneally has options left and right, but just played it back a little bit too far. There was a runner going inside, but he didn't quite hit the pass in there. As Sean Kilduff thought about hitting it and then saw that there was nothing on above, so he's forced to go back with the ball. Good play by Clarinbridge, holding on to it well. Armstrong comes out. Good play by Niall Armstrong. Goes past the halfway line, being followed all the way by Killian Whelan. Gets it off then to Evan Nyland. He'll surely go for a point from there. That's a super strike by Evan Nyland. Excellent score by Evan Nyland. His 12th point of the contest. Excellent point at a stage where Turlough were threatening to come into the game. Excellent use of the ball, Neil.
Yeah, it was, and you have to give huge credit to Niall Armstrong. You know, he carried it 30-40 yards up the pitch, seen the traffic coming toward him, you know, showed great composure and laid it off, and Evan got a great score.
Gavin Lee, meanwhile, did he punish Sean Lennon for a turnover there? He didn't. It goes to the wrong side of the post and wide. First wide of the second half for Clarinbridge. 19-16 then. Not the year, but Clarinbridge lead by 3 points. Mark Fahey goes shortish with the puck out towards Matthew Tarpey in the middle of the field, the debutant as we keep telling you about. He decides to go back with this pass to Dan Loftus. Dan Loftus looks upfield. He goes in the 7th position, then goes a diagonal ball across field. Tom Quirk tries to break it inside to Barry Callan. Tom Quirk nearly had it in the hand, but the man that does get it into the hand is Alan Armstrong. Then he's forced to go back with the ball and does go back, shows composure again. Turlough don't have the numbers up there. Barry Callan goes in with a late hit, and that's going to be a free out, and I think the referee might indeed want to talk to Barry Callan that was a frontal challenge, and I think he'll pick up a yellow card for that.
It was a free, but in fairness to Shane, you know, he showed all his experience there, knew, you know, Barry wasn't coming with huge intent, but, you know, waited, stood up and invited it nearly and gave the hand pass before the contact, but was right in front of Liam Gordon and correct decision, a free out.
19 points to 16, 3 points between them, 21 minutes gone in the second half. The type of game, Micheál, that a goal could be huge in.
No, big time, yeah. It said it hasn't been extended more than 3 points, and I think from a Clarinbridge perspective, you know, just up the pace a small bit, you know what I mean, bring a bit more intensity into the game, they might see bigger benefits.
Matthew Tarpey tries to get off that break ball. The tidying up is done by Jamie Holland. Jamie Holland tried to lay off the hand pass. He's put under pressure, illegal pressure. Deemed referee Liam Gordon, and that'll be a free out. A chance for Jamie Holland was trying to take the free quickly, but Evan Nyland, as he picked it up, knocked it away. I think Jamie might be looking for a few extra yards. 3 points between them then. 8.5 minutes of normal time left, and even Micheál in all the groups we keep talking about, even if you're losing a game, the margin you lose it by could be crucial. The margin you win it by could be crucial. There's so much at stake here, isn't there?
Yeah, no, there is, but you know, we keep saying that it's just about getting in that top 4 and qualifying to the knockout stages. Look, these two teams should be well there, vying.
There's nothing easy in this group, as I keep saying. As Jamie Holland takes the free, he's going to drop, is it in around the house, going slightly to the other side of the post, and in the end it goes wide. Sean O'Hanlon tried to get a touch on it, but it goes wide. That's 9 wides for Turloughmore. 10 wides actually for Turloughmore, as Aaron Bindon goes long with this puck out, looking for TJ Brennan. Dahi Burke soars into the air, manages to bring it to the deck, goes down the ball, but the man that gets it when it hits the deck is TJ Brennan himself, under pressure from Matthew Tarpey, and Matthew's deemed to have fouled TJ Brennan, and that's a chance for Clarinbridge to build the lead again.
They worked it well, in fairness. Dahi had came from behind there. Niall Armstrong was there as well, contested it, and TJ looped in behind and got on it, and because of the physical strength that he has over Matthew, you know, invited the free and got it now, so it should be another easy one for Evan.
On the 45-metre line, Evan Nyland, of course, won an All-Ireland medal with Galway in 2015. Next round sees round 3 on the 3rd of September, sees Turloughmore playing Clarinbridge daily, and sees Sarsfield taking on Clarinbridge. As Evan Nyland strikes the free, puts it over the bar. 13 points, Micheál. It's fair shooting out of a tally of 20, isn't it?
Yeah, fair shooting, and in fairness, even early on in this game, you know, he was the main man and the go-to man. You know, he's working really hard and, you know, continuing the fine game he had the last day against Clymerdale. He finished that game really well, scoring 3 or 4 valuable points to get us over the line, and as I said, he's carried that form into today. Line
ball to Clarinbridge, which is greeted by a great cheer from their management team. 4 points they lead, 7 minutes left in the contest. 20 points for Clarinbridge, 16 points for Turloughmore as Sean Kilduff gets ready to place the line ball inside the 65-metre line. Breeze behind Clarinbridge in this second half. They lead by 4. Kilduff looks upfield, trying to create 1-on-1s upfield. Keen Salmon making a run to go into space. A good contact by Kilduff on that ball. Up goes Mikey Morris as well to take it to the deck. Ronan Burke gets the pass off then to Dan Loftus, and Dan Loftus sends it up. Looking for Barry Callan, who was moving out the field a little bit. Ball hits the deck, onto it is Sean Loftus. Sean Loftus can't keep it in the field of play though, but I think it will be a line ball. Would it be going in or going out? The linesman on this side of the field.
It's going out again.
I think it's going out again, yeah.
Shane Bannon's had a good game.
He has, yeah. He's been very tight, hasn't he?
He's played really well.
Sean Kilduff will take the line ball again, and of course Clarinbridge will be happy enough with these kind of dead ball situations to keep the danger away from their own goal. Kilduff lines it up and gets good purchase on it again. Gets it out to the midfield sector, beats 3 or 4 comers. Ronan Burke can't quite get the hand on it. Mikey Morris gets a vital touch there to stop it going inside. Sean O'Hanlon is back there as well for Turloughmore. Seems to be drifting back the field as well. Hanlon has got the ball in his hand somehow, tries to get it out. Again, these ruck ball situations are developing. Ronan Burke trying to go down it. One again by Clarinbridge, but then it goes back out, spills into the hand, I think, of Ronan Burke. Gets the hand pass off to Sean Annan, and Sean Annan is fouled. 5 minutes of normal time left then. Turloughmore have to somehow, in the last 5 minutes, manufacture and reduce a 4-point margin.
They need a goal, don't they, to get back? You'd imagine they do. It's the biggest lead of the day so far, and
they probably also need to push up and attack, don't they, in terms of getting the numbers in around the house. Jamie Holland will take this free. He's outside his own 45-metre line. You can see the shadows of the sun all over Kenny Park this evening here in Kenny Park in Athenry as Jamie Holland strikes the free. It's on its way in towards the goal. Will it get over the bar? It won't. It goes to the wrong side of the post and wide again. 11 wides, Micheál. Turloughmore will point to that as well now.
They're mounting for them, in fairness.
Yeah. 4-point ball game. Clarinbridge just need to close out the deal now. 4.5 minutes of normal time left as Bannon goes short again. Or Bindon goes short to Bannon. Bannon then drives a long ball upfield again into that corner forward position where Mark Kennedy trying to get away again from Mikey Morris. Mark Kennedy off the right hand side. That's a super score by Mark Kennedy. Excellent score. His 4th point of the day. Can't give him space. He's a quality forward.
No, he's a class forward, in fairness, and like he's just demonstrated left or right. It doesn't matter what side he gets, and if you afford him the space that he's been given, he'll punish you all day.
Can't do that. Puck out, breaks the far side of the field. Turloughmore trailing by 5 now. Sean Annan tries to get onto that ball. Whipped along the ground again from the Clarinbridge men up to Evan Nyland. He has Ronan Burke for company there. Stalemate in the middle of the field. Every ball vitally important now. Again, another ruck develops. Dahi Burke tries to get that ball in his hand. Sean Loftus is in there. Also in there is Conor Lee, won by Dahi Burke. Sees what his options are. Goes back to Ronan Burke. Ronan Burke then off to Matthew Tarpey. Matthew Tarpey tries to play a lovely ball inside to Barry Callan. Barry Callan takes on his man, loses the helmet. That's going to be a free in. Barry Callan pulled the trigger. The ball went over the bar. We'll go back for the free. 3 minutes of normal time left then. Clarinbridge are exactly where they want to be, Micheál, aren't they? Leading by 5.
Yeah, they're doing well. I'd say they're using the ball. The breeze probably has died down small, but not as much of a factor as it was earlier on and in the previous game. But they're giving quality ball inside, and we keep saying that if you afford any top forward 35 yards of space and the ball is good, he's going to punish you every time, and it's nearly undefendable.
So the free looks like, is it Jamie Holland? It looks like he's going to take over the free taking duties from Sean Loftus, who had those 2 wides. See Fergal Moore and Kevin Hussey down there on the sideline, not fully tugged out today. No doubt Francis Ford will hope that those type of guys are available for the next day as Jamie Holland puts it over the bar. His 3rd free of the day, back to 4. Can Turlough come with something, or can, as we say, Clarinbridge close the deal? Aaron Bindon's puck out then, goes along onto Keen Salmon. Ball breaks again onto the ground onto Sean Kilduff, and Sean Kilduff will pop that high and over the bar. Sean Kilduff, as they say, the break of the ball broke into space. Puck out down on top of Keen Salmon, and he did enough to break it into space, and Kilduff did the rest. The lead by 5.
Yeah, he did, and it's a great score. He's going through power of work, work that you don't even see. Like he's hooking and blocking, getting in and breaking balls, and his youth was really good. He anticipated the break in behind and finished it really well.
All coming off the stick there of Sean Lannan. Now into Gavin Lee. Gavin Lee, the score's opening up here. He'll be happy to pop it over the bar. He will. Gavin Lee gets his 3rd point of the day, and suddenly Clarinbridge have opened up a 6-point gap.
Yeah, good score. Like Keane Salmon was inside, goal was on, but at this stage, score is really important now, and they've stretched it out to 6 points.
So into the game comes David Lee, threatened to come in a little bit earlier, but he's coming in. Niall Armstrong is the man that's been taken off. So it will be 3 minutes of additional time, so I reckon there's 4 left in the contest. Jamie Holland goes off to try and break that puck out into the path of Sean Loftus, who wins the free. And I suppose from a Turloughmore viewpoint, Micheál probably didn't get enough out of the attack in the evening. Would you say that?
No, I would, yeah, definitely. Clarinbridge definitely more potent. Do you know what I mean? Having lads that are more natural inside, like, do you know what I mean? You've Barry Cannon and Sean Linan. You know, look, you have to give Sean, a pass, because like he's just coming back, and it does take a good bit of time to get back up to the level again. But Clarinbridge definitely have more natural forwards.
So Jamie Holland takes the free. Pops it high. Oh, and he puts it wide. That's a poor effort, isn't it? Because, as I keep saying, the scoring margin is huge as well.
Look, we've seen it, and look, a free taker is worth so much. Do you know what I mean? Someone that's up on a 9 out of 10 gives you so much, like, you know, and it's absolutely huge.
Puck out, breaks. Who's onto it? Sean O'Hanlon. It seems to kind of drifted out the field as well. Turlough trying to get onto that ball in the half-back line. Dahi Burke goes down over. Sean Loftus seems to be kind of limping there as well. As Killian Whelan wins the free, and he's going to drive it upfield. But Clarinbridge have done that very well. They've made a lot of ruck situations. We all have.
No, they have. And look, I suppose we were probably surprised at the start of the game when TJ was named at 11. But in fairness, like, he's worked hard, and you know, he's a huge man. His physical presence was going to be noted there the whole time, and looking at Clarinbridge, there's a good balance to the team there now. Do you know what I mean? And with the lads to come back in, they'll be fighting for loads of positions.
TJ tries to spin Mark Murphy. That has to be free, and it is a free. And that's all they want to do. And in fairness, I use the words as we go into the 31st minute. There's 3 minutes more of additional time at the end of the game, but they've closed out the deal well, haven't they?
No, they have, but you know, they've been around, you know, and they have the experience. And you know, in games like this, you know, you knew coming into it was going to be a tough game against Turlough, who were one of the top teams, like, and you know, you knew it was going to be nip and tuck. And in these situations, with the experience that they've amassed over the last few years, they have to show it. And I think they've done it well, and they'll go away really happy now to have 4 points on the board. Yeah, 14 points as well for Evan Nyland, and I think he's got 14 points in the opening round as well, if my memory serves me correctly. So that's 28 points in 2 games. As I say, fair shooting. Puck out down on top of Dahi Burke, breaks back. Clarinbridge comfortably ahead now by 24 points to 17. Dan Loftus on the ball. Dan Loftus tries to switch the point of attack, goes over towards Barry Callan, but Shane Ryan almost in a sweeping role, you'd have to say. He's foul coming out of defence. And he's been so comfortable. And Turlough, that's something that will have to be looked at in terms of their setup. Now, I know, as you said, Micheál, there's quite a few players missing, but they haven't got enough of change out of their They haven't, but look, it's just down to experience of a good few debutants there.
Younger lads,
you know, Clarinbridge are well settled. You can see the experience there. Shane obviously called from behind and ushing, and that's what you want. You know, it looks simple, but it's just about being organised and being in total control of the situation. And Evan's going to have a go from about 100 yards.
It's on its way. I won't say the snow on it, but it goes harmlessly to the left-hand side and wide. 32 and a half minutes have been played at the end of this second half, as Mark Fahey goes out short to Dan Loftus. 24 points to 17, a 7-point margin. Dan Loftus ball down, but again, it's well read by the Clarinbridge defence. Christy Bannon coming out ahead of his men. The 3 challenges he's gone past there are Killian Whelan, Matthew Terpy and Owen Keneally, coming off the minor team. As onto it is Gavin Lee. Gavin Lee tries to play a searching ball across the field. Oh, Evan Nyland literally touched back, taking out Sean O'Hanlon out of play. Back to TJ Brennan. TJ Brennan shoots, but he puts it wide. Deserved to score, in fairness.
Deserved to score, but when you stand and strike, you get caught.
Yeah, you do. Mark Fahey, I think Liam Gordon, is he looking for the ball? There might be another minute left in the game, as Mark Fahey's puck out is easily read there by Sean Kilduff. Comes off Sean Kilduff's hand, and that's going to be a line ball on the far side of the field. And there is the final action and the final blow. And in the end, Micheál, a deserved victory for Clarinbridge, 24 points to 17. And in a way, they've now put 2 victories back to back, which is very important in this group.
Yeah, it is. Look, you knew at the outset it was going to be a really tough group. I think the objective for all the teams is to try and get into that top 4. Clarinbridge down a few big players today, but still really liked the look of the team and the balance and the way the lads picked it, with TJ going to 11, and they did a nice structure to it. Turlough will be hoping, on the other hand, to get a few lads back for 2 weeks' time and push on again, but Clarinbridge definitely go away the happier.
Clarinbridge go to the top of the group. They've now gone to 4 points. They have a scoring difference of plus 12. Turloughmore had a scoring difference of plus 11 coming into the game. That's gone down to 4 now with 2 points on the board. So in the end, it's last year's county finalists that beat the previous year's county finalists here in Kenny Park and Athenry. Thanks to Micheál for his work right throughout the afternoon. It finishes then in Kenny Park and Athenry. Clarinbridge 24 points, Turloughmore 17.